Lisa, what's at the very top of your education reform list?
You know, right now 99.9% of the money is tied up in a public monopoly where basically you get money for education no matter what you do. Mm-hmm. So no matter how many kids fail, no matter if kids come or not, you still get money.
What are the outcomes that would be better if, in fact, the money followed the kids rather than going to school buildings?
So it changes the incentives because kids have the right of exit. And so, for instance, take a place like LA Unified, right? They now have 150 charter schools that surround LA Unified, and they've lost about 25% of their kids. The last decade, they've lost 150,000 kids about in LA Unified.
Now, the kids who leave the system, we assume they benefit because they're choosing to go there.
That's right.
But then what happens to the kids who are left in the system?
You know, so basically, there's a couple different things that can happen. I mean, theoretically, you would hope that the system would try to replicate or change their behavior so kids would stay. And in some places that happens. In other places, the system basically implodes. So think Detroit, where they hit rock bottom and they have to do something else.
What's your timeline for the Berlin Wall of the educational monopoly to crumble or be torn down?
I mean, I think we're going to go along for the next 20 years, marginally making improvements. And we'll have some outliers where, like New Orleans, 70% of the kids, it's decentralized. But then I think maybe 30 years from now, technology is going to take care of a lot of this, as it just becomes so ridiculous to think of kids having to sit in a classroom for 8 hours a day and support all of these buildings and institutions. So I'd say in 30 years, it's going to look a lot more decentralized.